Hello, welcome to a super simple strength session with me, Abby from Actively Happy. So we're just gonna get the body a little bit warm, get the joints a little bit mobile, get some blood into those areas so that we can go. This is super simple. The first circuit is 2 exercises and we just alternate between them. And then you can stop there if you want, but I've also added a second circuit, again 2 exercises, and we just alternate between them. If you didn't change directions with your arms, do that now. So you can choose whether you just stick with the first circuit and you can do it as many times or as fewer times as suits your body. If you're just starting out, you might want to do it once or twice. Now, with this move, you can let the foot release and allow the whole body to rotate, or you can try and keep your hips nice and square and just rotate the upper body. So go a bit slower. You'll need to engage the core, especially the lower core, to be able to keep those hips nice and solid. You can also kind of look around so that you're really making the whole back nice and mobile. So we've done shoulder joints, we've done the upper back. If you've let it release, you've also done some lower back. And now we're going to get into the hip joints. So if you need to hold on to something, do that. This program is all equipment free. As you can tell, there's nothing around me. So we're just using our bodies. So with this, again, try and engage the core so that your whole body's not floating around. You're actually trying to keep the upper body nice and still while you just give the hips a good rotate. Go in the other direction. Again, hold on to something if you need to. You can see that I'm wobbling around a little bit. It would be better if I was holding on to something. Okay, other leg. So just choose whichever direction, doesn't matter which one you start with. Nice big circles, but maintaining that core control so we're not flopping about everywhere. And then the other direction. All right, now we're just going to warm up from the inside out. So high knees, swing the arms. If you want to, you can bring it into a little jog and either bring the knees up or kick the back. You can also warm up your hamstrings by doing it as like a simple tap. So just anything that's going to get the body moving. If you are doing this, you might just want to swing the arms, or if you're sticking with that march, swing the arms. We're trying to warm up from the inside out, so you want to get so that you're lightly puffing. Maybe you're so warm that you feel like you want to take a layer off. That's the kind of warm up we want, but we also don't want to waste too much time here because I told you it was super simple and fast. So your 2 moves are squat and push up. This is my neighbour's cat. So with your squat, you're going to break at the hips, push the hips back first, and then bend the knees. We don't want the knees going over the toes, so you want the weight towards your heel. And you just want to go as low as feels good for your body. So as you're warming up, you probably won't go as deep, and then maybe once you've sort of got the hang of the movement and you've got your balance, you might want to go a little bit lower. Totally up to you. If this feels a bit scary, pushing your hips back, and you're worried about your balance, you can put a chair behind you or a couch and just try and get your bottom onto the chair or couch. And then your other exercise is push-ups. So you can do this against a bench, for example, like this, or you can come down to the floor. Wasn't expecting Oreo, the neighbour's cat, to join me today. And you can stay on your knees. If having a long straight body here is too hard, bring your knees closer to your hands, take some body weight out and just push into the floor that way. Of course, if you want to make them harder, you can do them on your toes. Let's keep it simple today. So we're going to start with squats. We're going to do 20 seconds of squats, 10-second breather, 20 seconds of push-ups, and repeat. Are you ready? Get set, go. So 20 seconds of squats. Go at a speed that feels good for you. So slower is actually better in this scenario because it keeps the muscle under tension for longer, which makes it work harder. So there's no need to be powering them through because then we probably won't get the depth and use maximum muscle. All right, relax here for 10 seconds. Find your push-up position, whether that's against a wall, bench, or floor. And then we're going to do 20 seconds of push-ups. Ready, set, go. Now, it is 20 seconds, but 20 seconds is a long time to be doing push-ups. So if at any point you want to take a breather, you just go ahead and take that breather. We're going to do a few more rounds, so you've got plenty of time to come back in it. Let's do about one more here, and then we're just going to do that entire thing 3 more times. Now, if you've never done anything like this before, we're going to start squatting now. You might only want to do 2 rounds, and that's enough for you today. And then you do 2 rounds next week. But maybe on the 3rd week, you try 3 rounds. So it's all about you, it's your body. What have you done in the past? Where are you at now? And how much can we just push your body just a little bit more than it's done in the past? Relax here, find your push-up position. Now these are our best exercises because we are using multiple joints, so we have to use multiple muscles. Now in this position, we're using our chest muscles mostly. That's the muscle that pushes us off the floor and back to the starting position. Of course, you'll be feeling it. You have to engage your core muscles, all your abdominals, relax. And we're using our back core muscles to maintain that plank position. So we're going to go back to squats and I'll chat about squats. So with squats, again, we're using our hip joints, we're using our knee joints, we're even moving our ankles. So again, we're using multiple muscles in our lower body. The dominant muscles are our quads, the front of our thighs, and our glutes, our butt muscles. So that is why they're so fantastic. These 2 exercises are just the pillar of everything. So find your push-up position. As I said before, if these are getting really hard, take a breather. It's no problem. Or skip through the video to the next circuit so that you can try some different exercises. Or if that's enough for you today, then that's also fine. You've done an amazing job. Relax. One more round of each. Ready, set, go. So squats again. Yeah, so as I was saying, you've done an amazing job. If you've never done anything like this before and you're starting this, even doing 1 round of this is fantastic because it's more than you've done in the past, and that's all you need to know about getting stronger and fitter, is just pushing yourself to do a little bit more than you've done before. Last round of push-ups. Are you still with me? I hope so. These are my favourite 2 exercises. Doesn't mean I love them, but I know how beneficial they are. I know how great they are for every muscle in our bodies. Imagine what things in your life will be easier if you're a little bit stronger. And are you more likely to do things with your body if you're stronger and fitter? That's what I always think about. Alright, we are done with those. So this next circuit is exactly the same. 2 exercises. We're going to alternate between them and do 4 rounds of 20 seconds each. So your first exercise is something called glute bridges. So you're going to lie on your back, feet about hip width apart, and you're going to do this move. This is the move that we're looking for, but I want you to think about moving 1 vertebrae at a time. So you're going to start with your tailbone, roll that up, and then think about just lifting 1 vertebrae at a time until you've got a good butt squeeze. So we don't want you to be all archy and all over the place. You want that beautiful core control, and just until you've got a good butt squeeze, and then you're going to release 1 vertebrae at a time down. So that's our first move. The other move is something called bird dogs. So nice tabletop position, wrist under shoulders, knees under hips pretty much. Core engaged so that you've got a neutral spine. So we're not arching and we're not hunching in any way. Nice neutral spine. Now level 1 is just to take 1 leg back and then back in, and then the other leg. If you want to make it harder, you're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. Now it doesn't matter how high it goes because we don't want it to get so high that you start arching anyway, because we've got to maintain that control. So it's more just about going as high as you can while still maintaining core control. You probably saw in that last one I actually arched my back a bit, so we don't want that. Alright, let's get into it. So we're going to start with those glute bridges. Lying on your back, get into position, alright, and lift. So 1 vertebrae at a time, good glute squeeze at the top, butt squeeze, and then back down. if you do want to think about your breathing with these exercises, we tend to think about exhaling on the hard bit, so exhaling on the up and inhaling on the down, possibly. Alright, roll over, or you just try and breathe naturally, just don't hold your breath, that's the main thing. So in 3 seconds we're going to try and alternate. Are you ready, set, go? So either just a leg at a time or both at the same time, but maintaining that nice neutral spine. So the only thing that's moving, lots of concentration here, is your arm and your leg, or just your leg. And relax, roll over. So that's round 1 done. And we're just going to do that 3 more times. So again, like the first circuit, if you just want to do 1 or 2 rounds and then call it a day, that's absolutely fine. Alright, here we go. It's all just about getting you moving, engaging these muscles, and feeling good. One more if you can squeeze it in. That was a quick one for me. Alright, rolling over. Okay. Deep breath and go. So again, making sure that you're breathing. So I'm kind of breathing in as I bring my hands closer, and then breathing out as I take them away from my body. But just breathe naturally, totally fine. Alright, get nice and comfy. If you do want to make this harder, you can take your arms out so that then you're a little bit less stable, because when we've got our arms down we've got good stability in our upper body. So if you want to make it a bit harder, you can take your arms out. Doesn't matter what you do with them, of course. The other thing is you can think about lifting a leg if you want to, but even I find that really hard, so but that's an extra challenge if you're looking for it. Okay, so maintain that neutral spine. I do have a tendency to arch, so don't look at me for perfect posture or perfect alignment. I'm just doing my best just like you. I was a gymnast in a previous life, and I do have a lower back sort of injury, I guess, and a little bit of overarching, so it is something that I really have to concentrate on in this move, which I think is really good for us. Okay, last round, team. Oh, you're doing great if you've made it this far. Oh, here comes back neighbour's cat. She is lovely. She is such a lovely, lovely cat. We are happy to have her pop over the fence and visit us. So remembering to try to do 1 vertebrae at a time, and then just giving it a really good squeeze at the top. So our glutes are really big muscles and they're really important, but we're also activating our hamstrings when we do it this way as well. So it's kind of like the opposite muscles a little bit to our squats. So we're getting the back of the body. And with this one, same thing. Instead of push-ups where we're using mostly the front of our body, this is engaging all our back muscles and also obviously helping with our core strength. Super important to have strong muscles because they connect to bones and they keep our bones strong. So if that's a concern for you as you age, then get strong muscles so that you have strong bones too. So that's it for the strength circuit. If you'd like to join me for a little stretch, we're even going to do it mostly lying down. So the first thing I want us to do is stretch our our quads. Now, if you cannot reach your foot, you can grab a belt or a piece of rope, something that's comfy. Excuse me, that's my kids having fun inside. And you can wrap it around your foot so that you can hold the strap and try and pull it towards you, or you can just sort of try and get in a side lying position so that you can grab your foot and then roll over if you want to, or you can stay in a side lying position. Just try and keep nice and square, and then you can do it like this, or you can just be in that nice relaxed position. If you push your foot into your hand, you will also get a deeper quad stretch. And we'll do the same on the other side. So again, I'll flip over. If you need to, lie on your side, grab your foot in front, and then just pull it until you've got a good stretch across the front of your leg. Otherwise, join me for a roll over. I have particularly flexible quads for some reason. I'm very inflexible in other areas of my body, which is super common for all of us. We usually have some parts of our body that are loose and relaxed and some parts of our body that are tight. Okay, so we're going to roll over onto our backs. We did all those glute bridges, so now we need to stretch our glutes out. So you're going to do this, which is we call a figure 4 often, because if you look at it, it kind of looks like the shape of a 4. If that is enough stretch for you, what we're looking for is a deep butt stretch. So if that's enough for you, you can just stay there, or you can push your knee away from your body, and that might be enough. If that's not enough stretch, you can reach in behind your leg and pull it towards you. Again, think about this knee moving away from your body and your ankle coming towards you. It is actually the rotation that we want to get a good stretch. If this is not enough stretch, you can grab your shin or get even further. Oh, sounds a bit exciting inside my house today. I did tell them I was doing a video, and please could they be quiet? Mum life for you. Alright, other side. So same again. Get that knee moving away from your body, get the ankle coming towards you, and in whichever position you need to be. And then a nice chest opener for you. So open up your arms so that your palms are facing the sky, and then you're just going to lift them until your elbows start coming off the ground. Try not to also move your back around, so we don't want any arching in your back. You do want to keep your back on the floor, and just go until you get a nice stretch. Come back down, stretch. If this is not doing it for you, so you can either stay here if this feels beautiful. If this is not doing it for you, then feel free to come up and squeeze the arms behind. You can lift the arms away from the body to try and get a really good chest stretch. And that's it for today. Something to think about stretching when you are out on your walks are your hamstrings and your calves, whatever position feels good for you. So hamstrings are the ones at the back, trying to get a good stretch here, and your calves trying to get a good stretch here. You can, I have a step here, you can drop your heel off the back of a step with straight and bent legs. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. Here's to a fitter, stronger, healthier, happier you.